Good evening.
Hello.
Welcome. Hi. Thank you for joining us. My name's Barry.
And I'm Jay.
And together we are Mitosu Crafts.
Yes, welcome to our channel. We're independent Stampin' demonstrators based in the UK. So if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, or the Netherlands, you'll be able to purchase current Stampin' product from our online shop. Do use the current host code, which can be found on our website at mitosocrafts.com to receive a handmade card from us the following month, or any extra gift if your order qualifies, in the form of tutorial bundles designed by the Stampin' Glam Squad, as well as the Global Creative Project. We put out a couple of live streams throughout the week, every Wednesdays and Sundays. So if you are liking what you're seeing, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, as well as subscribing to our channel to see more card making and papercraft inspiration using Stampin' products. We also give away the projects that we create via a random draw. So pop in a comment, you'll be put in automatically in the random draw at the beginning and at the end of the live stream. So before we do the random draw for the card I created last Sunday, so this one was the second card, Tommy's on the table, using the delicate Dahlias free celebration item from August to September. So before we do the drawing for that, we'll say hello to those of you who have come in and said hello as well. So hi Julianne, Janelle, Anne, Janelle, Betty, Angelina, Janice, Susan, Mandy, hello, Sandra, Karen, Kathy, Janice, Nita, Amanda, and yes, so thank you so much for joining us. I'll add your names into the random draw later on, but before we crack on today, we'll do the random draw for this card right here.
Sorry, can't do much. I've got a Tommy on.
Oh, there we go. So I'll just do this one. So I'll just refresh. Oh, 41, so 5 more.
Wow.
So good luck, everyone.
Hey,
Marion,
Marion.
Congratulations.
That one's coming to you. Please, obviously, just details on the screen there with the stating winner in the subject, and you're happy to receive the card, and we will pop that in the post to you, Marion. So congratulations to you. Let's go over right there. So well done, Marion. That is coming to you. Is Marion yet? Marion on yet? I don't think she was.
I haven't seen her yet.
So good. So there we have it. So you've got me tonight. Jay's having a night off, I suppose. So I'll just blow the cat hairs off of it. Tommy just decided to jump on the table, and yeah. That's great. Yeah, so you have got me this evening for 2 cards. I know, 2 cards. I'm going to be playing with a technique which I think you've played a little bit with it, Jay, haven't you? Done stuff like this. With
yes, I've showed how.
But I suppose the idea. Who was the idea? Who did I get this initial idea from?
Michelle Juritza.
Yeah, we may be saying the name completely wrong. Michelle Juritza. She's an Australian demonstrator, isn't she? Saw something which she did recently, and I figured it was so nice. So we're going to be playing with the delicate Dahlias again, and I'm also going to be playing with the soft pastels. So you may have seen the technique already. If you have, then hopefully you enjoy ours just as much. If not, then hopefully this is going to be something new and show you another way of how to use these 2 things. I'm also going to be using. Oh, I've got number 1 already, and then I know I'm going to need a number 1 because I forgot to bring the die cutter machine over with me.
Oh.
But Jay didn't do his job.
Excuse
me.
He was too
busy.
I asked you what else do you need.
He was too busy sorting his dinner out to think about getting the.
I asked you if you needed.
Yeah, whatever. Whatevs.
Glue, dimensionals.
I don't need the big one. I need the mini one.
Mini glue dots.
See, he hasn't done his job properly. See, shenanigans started already. So I am going to be using also the Stitch So Sweetly dies to do the sentiment. I'm loving these at the moment. Again, I've said it before, I don't know why we took so long to get hold of it, but that seems to be my go-to dies at the moment. I'm going to be using some daubers. right here. I'm going to be using, so I'm just going to go through it as I go, but the main thing which I'm going to be using is delicate dahlias, the soft pastels, some daubers, and some Versamark, which is what I've got here. So let's just pop that to one side. Oh, and the stamps would help. I've got to lift the stamp set out, but I've already got the stamps here. So the Delicate Dahlias stamp set, if you are wondering, will be available next month to earn free of charge with a qualifying order. So if you purchase from us and it's £90 or more for this one, then you can get this stamp set free of charge. So Celebration 2021, £45 spend, you get to pick something free of charge, or a £90 spend, and you get to pick this stamp set here free of charge as well. I think it's because it's a two-step. You've got this detailed stamping, really pretty. So hopefully you're going to enjoy what I've got tonight. If you are unsure what Celebration is or still got questions, please do contact us. Obviously our email address barryandj@mitosucraft.com. And alternatively, if you would like a catalogue as well and a Celebration brochure, please do contact us, and we will take some details from you and hopefully try and get one out in the post to you as soon as possible. So good, lovely. I'm also going to be using the silicone craft sheet as well. So let me just have a little look at what I've got here. So I've got myself I've already gone ahead and I've gone and pre-cut myself some basic white cardstock. So this here is measuring, I'm going to be making 2 cards from one. So this is measuring bigger than I actually need it. So it's about 6.5 inches by in half. So it's an A4 piece cut in half along the long edge to give me an A5 piece, and then I've cut that A5 piece at 6.5 centimeters. It's bigger than I actually need, but the reason it's bigger than I actually need is so that I've got somewhere to actually put my fingers and hold on to, which I can then cut away afterwards. So if you are doing this technique, you may want to just do that and cut away. I've also getting everything now. I've got myself a soft brush, and I've got myself your take your pick tool. So, does anyone know the technique which I'm about to do? Have you seen this already, or is this all brand new to you? Let us know. It'd be interesting to see how many of you actually have already seen this technique being done. So hopefully you enjoy my version of it. So we are going to be using these soft pastels. So you may have seen our video previously with these ones, showing you how we used these, and we did some blending with my finger, and Jay did a really nice scene on this as well. So have a little look back for some of the previous videos if you want to see how to use some soft pastels, but this is another way we're going to do it. So I'm going to be using the red here, so let's just get the correct colours for you, because this colour is Poppy Parade. I'm also going to be using, which I think is Mango Melody, for the yellow. I'm also going to be using the green here, which is Granny Apple Green, and I'm also going to be using this one right here, which is Mossy Meadow. So they're the 4 colours which I'm actually going to use. I'm going to pop that away. Actually, I might get the other yellow out and see what that happens as well, and that other yellow is Daffodil Delight. So they're the colours which I'm going to use, so I'm going to pop those ones away. And what I need to do is you need to grab your take your pick tool, and we need to do some scraping. Alright, so I'm going to, I won't worry about the greens just yet, because the greens come into it when we come to do the petals. So I'm going to grab my thing, and I've got the spatula end here. Alright, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scrape some of this off. And I want to do that for all of the colours, but I'm just going to work with the red and the yellows for now. And I will need some more of that, so that's that one. Do that for the yellow. Again, the effect which I'm doing, you can achieve with the dauber technique. The ink to dauber technique is just as will work probably as well. But I think this is just fun. It's just different. So if you want to, again, I mentioned last time, if you want to get crafty and you want to do some just sit down and play, this is the technique for you. I'm also doing this in the Daffodil Delight, so I've got myself a couple of colours there. So you can see then I've got my little powders going on down here. So Poppy Parade, Mango Melody and Daffodil Delight. I'm going to take myself some Versamark. And actually I do need a purple one as well, so I realised I used a purple one. Take myself some Versamark and I'm going to ink up my stamp right here. And then I'm going to then stamp this down. So I'm going to go down with the bottom, start off in the bottom left and just going to go down like this. I may need to turn my light on just so I can see. I'll see what the reflection of the light is in a moment. And I'll take that off. So can you see then that has now just transferred a plain white image over onto this. And then I'm just going to do a couple more. So I'm just going to ink this up once more. Well, not once more, I'm going to ink it up quite a few more times. But get that nice and juicy. So you're going to need quite a wet ink pad. And then I'm going to go over here like this. And then do this again. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of a one sheet wonder, but it's a small one sheet wonder. And then we go down like that. And then I'll do one more. Up the top, like so. Yeah, I've just seen your comment, Jay. It's hot in here as well. I'm starting to melt already. But we will see.
Mandy says you will not get 1 point for asking for the Stampin' catalogs or the mini because you haven't started the demonstration yet.
So if I don't use them, I don't get a point.
No, you don't. You won't get a point.
Because I hadn't started a... Thank you, Mandy. Was that Mandy? No, Betty, wasn't it? No, Mandy, sorry. So I'm going to take my daubers here. So I've got myself some daubers. So I've got one for each colour. So I've got myself a red, a yellow and a green. And I'm also going to be using a purple a bit later on. So I'm just going to do that. And what you're going to want to do is just... So this is going to get a little bit messy. And the page is going to get a little bit dirty. But you just want to pick some of this powder up with your dauber. It's wet, so there's no liquid on here at all. And I'm just daubing. I'm daubing the card. And I'm just kind of going around. Now, I'm trying to keep it... Let's start again. I'm trying to control this so I'm not coming too far out because I don't want to. I want to try and keep the white paper as white as I can. I'm not going to be able to keep it white for long. You will start to get a little bit dirty, but I think it will work its way out eventually. So I'm going around like that, and then I'm just going to then take my yellow. I'm going to try one with the Daffodil Delight, this lighter yellow to this one, because on my prototypes I've used a dark one. Let's see what this one looks like. And then I'm going in the middle. I'm not rubbing it, I'm dabbing, okay? So I'm kind of pouncing on the page. And I go round like that, alright? I'm going to come back to that in a moment. I'm just going to just now do some of the others. So round here like this. What's the lighting like? Is everyone... if I turn the light on for a moment, let's see. Let me know. Light on or light off?
It hasn't updated yet.
So I'm just going around like this. So this is just, like I say, another fun technique. And because you're using the Versamark, it just picks up and grabs the powder. There we go in the middle. like that. Okay, so that's that one. And then I'm going to go over and I'm going to go and do the others. So on my original, I went round and I brushed off all the excess in between each flower, which may have been why I was getting the card might have got a bit dirtier. So on this one, I'm trying it that I don't actually, I'm not going to brush it off until I'm finished and see if that actually keeps the page slightly cleaner.
Nita, Mandy and Claire says off.
Light off. Alright, so I've just gone round and done that. Okay, and then I'll just finish off over on this one over here. So how's everyone's day been? You melting the same as us? It's lovely, but it's just it's a tad warm. So there we go, so that's that, and then I'll finish that one off with some of that in the middle, like that. So, and then I kind of bring it out and then move it out onto into the red a little bit, and it's kind of going to create yourself a little bit of an orange in there as well. Remember, I'm not running it round, I'm just dabbing. I may take a little bit of the dark and just pop some of the dark in the middle just because it's a different tone. See if that makes a difference. It probably isn't much, but so that's that. I need another one over here, so I just need to grab my stamp once more, ink this up, and then I'll stamp over the back over there. So that's that, and then I'll just pop one. Chances are this area is going to get cut off, but if it's there, then it's done and it's dusted. So that's that, and then we'll do the red again, round, and like that. This is so, it's a fun. It's quite satisfying seeing this take shape. When I did it, I thought, oh, I don't like it. I did it, and I was trying, and I nearly gave up when I was doing my prototypes. Oh, I don't like it, no. But no, as I say a lot of the time to you, with these types of things, you need to persevere with it a little bit. You just need to see it through to the end, because sometimes it looks a complete and utter mess, and then it starts to take shape towards the end. So that's that. I've got myself a very soft brush, okay, so I'm sure lots of you will probably have some kind of soft brush, and then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to, and it will add some of the powder onto the background, but don't worry about that, and then we'll brush that off. And this is why I've got a bit over here just to hold on to, because then that can get chopped off. And that is what that looks like once that's done. Detail on that is quite nice and lovely. Do I need one more? I just need a little bit here. Or do I? Yes, I am just going to do a little bit down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do part of the stamp here, and then just bring that in over there. And I'll just do the same. And the more you can see, the more powder you pick up on one go, the more intense it goes. All right, so and then just dust it off.
And then your face.
And then yeah, and then my face, and then they're gonna look. I'll look pretty.
Pretty.
So that there is that, but we're not done. I now need to take my leaves. Okay, so I'm done with the big dahlia, whatever it is, dahlia. Alright, and I'm just going to do exactly the same technique. So first things first is I just need to turn this round, and I need to grab my greens. So I'm going to grab the mossy meadow, and I'm going to scrape. Alright, so that's that one. And then I'm going to do this a leaf at a time. What are you laughing at? A leaf at a time. So I'm just going to blow off a cat here. And just go round and do this. Alright, pick up my green dauber and then gently pop this on like so, and then I'm just going to then brush away in between each one. So I'm going to go through and I'm just going to repeat this on throughout the entire thing. So round like that. And once it, as I say, it's going to turn your paper dirty. But I think as it's going to turn the whole paper dirty, it kind of gives it that what's the word I'm looking for? Is that kind of that rustic kind of feel?
That sounds good.
Shabby, yeah,
Vintage.
kind of vintage. That's because the whole thing is gonna get dusted, yeah, and you're gonna get this kind of like halo kind of going around everything.
I wonder if you put alcohol with the powder, if it will dry powdery still, if that makes sense.
I don't know. Did you want to do something with that, with the leftovers afterwards, to have a little play to see whether or not... We'll see what timing. We've got Jay's just come up with an idea. We don't know whether or not it's going to work.
Oh no, I was just going to do it after the live.
Oh right. Oh, I think no. Do you want to do it actually on the live?
Oh, I see.
No, maybe he doesn't want to do it that live because it may go completely and utterly pear-shaped.
Hi Marion, you won.
Yes, Marion, congratulations. You won the cards at the beginning. So if you would like it, please message us.
I'll still put your name down.
And we're just going to go, I think I may need another leaf, a bit more leafage up the top here. I just need to come in. I just need a little bit, not much. So just there. And then bring that on. And of all colours, I would have thought the green would have been the one to have stained the most, but I think we always say this, which I should actually say it now, saying it out loud, I know what I'm saying. Red stains everything. It seems to be the colour which stains all your stamps, and it's no different for your pastels. It stains everything, so which is why it's probably leaving it's the red which is leaving the hue, because the green isn't. Okay, so I've got that. Then I want to do is so that's my leaf. Now what I want to do is I want to grab a bit of purple, which is what I didn't do earlier on, which I didn't get out. So I'm going to grab a little bit of purple, and I'm just going to shave off some of this. Like that. And then I'm going to take the other flower, which was in the stamp set, and I'm going to go round and I'm just going to fill in some of these little gaps in the middle here. I'll take my purple dauber, and I want to kind of be quite light on this one, and I will just pounce that around the outside. It's just going to pick up a little bit of colour. If I was quite heavy on that and went around that, it's obviously going to darken that down, but I don't want it to be too intense. So I've got to. So you do have control on how much colour it is. Can you see this one over here? Is quite strong, so I'd obviously picked up quite a lot of the red compared to some of the others. So the more you pick up on your dauber and go down initially, the more it's going to grab. So you can control your colours by the amount of dust you pick up on your dauber as well. So I'm just going to go around and fill up some of these gaps now.
Come on.
Somebody's hungry.
Come on.
Right on cue. So then around we go. There's that one. And then I'm just kind of going to go round and do the whole thing. Fill up the whites. So who's tried this technique already? Let us know. Who's seen this technique already? I think it's great. I love it. I saw it and I thought, I've got to show you how to do it. And then pop this one on. So I picked up quite a lot there, so I'm going to take that. I'll take some of the excess off, so you can see that's a lot darker. I just want to add another one down here. And that goes down like that. Good. Alright, so I'm kind of happy with that part there. So now the next stamp I need to do is I've just got this little tiny one right here, which is the tiny little leaf. And I'm just going to now just go around and then pop those. So what the other colour I need is now the granny apple green. So I'm just going to take off a little bit of this. Like that. And then I'll pick up my same green dauber again. I'll just take off some of the excess on my bit there and go with some of the granny apple green and then pop that down there like that and then brush off. And then I'm just going to go round and then fill up some more of these white spaces, fill up this white space in between. Like that. So you could do this on a huge sheet if you wanted to. You could really get like an A4 sheet out and do yourself a proper one sheet wonder with this and just have a good old afternoon just playing. Sometimes we just need to just play, and this is the technique for it. There's no real thinking to it. You're just stamping images randomly and creating your own designer series paper. Who's the other demonstrator? Jay's very good at doing one sheet wonders. That's Ruth.
The artful stamping.
The artful stamping. Ruth Trice. She is
amazing.
Yeah, she is amazing at doing one sheet wonders. I mean, amazing. So her stuff is gorgeous. So please check out Ruth as well if you are looking for one sheet wonder inspiration. Nearly just stamped it in the. Well, what am I doing? Getting confused. Yeah, she is very, very good at creating some beautiful one sheet wonders. That's that one. Like that. Just need another one down the bottom down here. Just, even though it may get cut off until I need it to be, I want to do it, and then if it gets cut off, it gets cut off. If it doesn't, then that's fine. It's done. So that's that. I think I will just add one over there. And I think that granny apple green just lightens that leaf, like leafage a little bit as well, and just summarises it. What do you think? Isn't that lovely? I think it's amazing. A really, really fun technique. So you've got lots of powder here, so obviously don't shave off as much as I do. You don't need much. It's probably easier to do less and then have to take off a little bit more as and when you need it. Otherwise, I'm going to be binning this stuff eventually, so I'm just going to carefully pop that to one side, just in case Jay wants to play with anything afterwards. Because I think this might be a short, quick video tonight, Jay, unfortunately. Wow. So all I need to do is I just need to do some constructing. So I'm going to make 2 cards here. So I'm just going to clean with my Stampin' scrub. Just going to clean my stamps. Ooh. Haven't done sentiment yet.
Judy says it's stunning.
Thank you very much, Judy.
Beautiful.
So now I need to chop it. I need to cut it up and do stuff with it. So that's that. Alright. But I'm not going to do too much chopping with it. I am going to just prepare my card bases. So I've got myself some basic white thick. I'm just going to pop that to one side. I'm going to cut my thick to my card base. So we cut ours, so whatever you cut yours to, we cut ours to 14.6 centimeters. So let's do 2 of those at 14.6. Which is 5 3/4 inches if you're wondering. And then I will then score it at 10.5, which is 4 1/8. There we have it. So there's my 2 card bases done. So I'm just going to now take this. I now need to decide. I want to now have a side. I might go with that one because I quite like this stronger one down here. So I'm now going to pop this into my trimmer, and I'm going to take this initially. I'm going to take it to. Ooh, let's go to 10, because again it's easy for me to remove if I don't like, rather than going too small and then going, I wish I'd gone for the larger size. So I'm just going to then take that to 10 centimeters, cut that up, save that one for the second card, and then I will then take that to 14.1. So I'm going 5 millimeters, or that would be approximately 3. What is it, Jay? 3/8, isn't it? 5 millimeters, or 6 millimeters, about 3/8 of an inch, isn't it? So that's how we go down on that one.
A quarter.
And then that's going to go down. Okay, so I've just decided, yeah, after doing that, I want to go a little bit smaller. So I do actually want to just take that down a fraction. So I'm actually going to take that down to 9.5, which will then be 13.6. Right, because I want to. I want a bigger white border. I want it to go around like that. Okay, so that's the first one done. So now what we can do is we can grab ourselves a bit of basic white if we wanted to. I'm also going to grab myself some Memento, and I'm going to grab myself the Thank You Kindly sentiment. I'm going to pop this on a bit down here, and I'm going to die cut this out. So I'm just going to pop my pastels away for a moment, because I can see I'm going to then just pop, I'm going to rest stuff on the pastels, and I'm going to get everything dirty. So let's just pop away. So who's added the pastels to their shopping list now? Anyone? Or are you still undecided? Because I know a few of you are still undecided on these. There we go, that's the one. So I'm just going to die cut this now. So I'm going to grab the Stitch So Sweetly dies, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the smallest one. It's going to go there. And then I'm just going to use the cutting machine. So I'm going to grab the mini because this goes through this one quite nicely. Thank you, Amanda. And Nita, that's good. That's lovely. I'm going to go and pop that in like this, and then I'm just going to run this through the machine. So now this is one of the dies which looks like it's too small for the sentiment, but because it actually goes to edge on this one, which is perfect, you know that there's going to be some white in between some stitching, so it's quite deceiving, this one. So just have a little look at your dies. Going to pop it in like that, line that up carefully, and then I'm going to pop my lid on top, my plate on top, and then just run that through the machine. Like that. And you'll see what I mean right now when I come to take this off. That the extras you get, you get all that extra white space around it, so it's quite deceiving. Some of the dies, not all the dies are like this. You do need to double check your dies, but that fits in quite nicely, so I'm happy with that one. Just goes on over onto the stitching just a little bit, not too much, but I'm happy with that one. And then all we're going to do on this one, so now I want to try something. This may make, I want to stick this here, so you can either go down flat. Shall I try it, Jay?
Sorry?
Shall I try what I said?
What?
With inlaying it?
You can show the other one.
Yeah, so what I want to do is I want to pop the sentiment down the bottom, down here. Alright, but I'm going to show you on my original one now. Now that you've seen the whole thing, here's the original one. Okay, and it's sat, obviously it's just sat on top. I've put it on some dimensionals and it's just sat on top. So what I want to try and do is I now want to grab my, actually it's just, well, Jay did bring me the big one because I do need the big machine as well.
That's two.
No, that doesn't count because I asked before. I need that. You would normally have done your job, it's just that you didn't do your job properly tonight. Whatever's going. So what I'm going to do is just move out some stuff for the moment so you can see what I'm actually doing. If I turn it around that way, you might be able to see a bit better. No, I need it that way because I can't actually see what I'm doing. Let me just move the microphone. There we have it. Alright, so what I want is, I roughly want my sentiment to go down in the bottom corner right here. So I'm going to take my die and I'm going to pop that down there instead. So just make sure that this looks as straight as possible. So try and line the edge up and get it straight, and that bottom edge up, and so it's straight. And then what I will do is grab a plate and die cut this, but this is important, and so we just need to, it needs to stay flat, it needs to stay straight. If it doesn't, the whole card is now going to go wrong. So we will see what happens here, and we're die cut. There we go. So I've got one piece which I've now cut out of it, and I've now got myself a hole in my piece. That has transferred some of the pastels over onto this, so you are going to need to make sure you clean your plate. So I'm just going to turn it upside down for the moment so I remember to actually clean that, because the worst thing is now you're going to go ahead and pop something really white underneath. It's going to be perfect, die cut it, and then it's going to, and then I can then inset that sentiment back inside, so it then actually becomes part of the card again rather than being stuck on top, which is nice. But I would either pop this on a dimensional and have it on so it looks like it's separated from it. I don't always quite like it when a sentiment is stuck down, flat down. I like it to be raised up, or it needs to be part of the card. So initially on this one is I did this and I stamped it onto the onto the card itself. It worked alright, but obviously we decided that it just needed something. It needed to pop a little bit more. Let me just show you, 'cause you can stamp on this as well. So we can go in. Like that. So you can stamp on it, but it got lost. It got lost on the card once it was like that. Okay, so just by then just taking that inlay out, you don't have to do the inlay, but I quite liked it. Or pop it on dimensionals if you're not going to do the inlay. I quite liked it because it sits back into the card quite nicely. Alright, so I'm going to just go ahead and I'm just going to grab myself some dimensionals here. And I'm going to stick these on the back. You sound like you want to ask me something, Jay.
No, I was just thinking to make it more shabby, vintage, age looking, maybe bare vanilla.
I was thinking very vanilla as well. Yeah.
Or you can dust the daffodil delight afterwards around the background.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to stick lots of dimensionals on here. Okay, I'm going to go round where we've taken this part out, just because obviously it's weaker. And then pop that in. So I've got myself a nice amount of dimensionals on here. And take these off. Yeah, so we may have just heard Jace just then. We were talking about shabby chic earlier on, more that style. So yeah, maybe use very vanilla. Might make, if you want that thing, then it looks like it might make it look like that's what it's meant to be rather than dirty. But I think I've managed to keep this one quite clean. Well,
it looks nice.
Dirty.
It doesn't look dirty.
Shabby chic is dirty. No, I don't mean it like that. I'm just going to fold and burnish this. Very technical, me. Dirty. Shabby chic, dirty. Alright, so that's that. And we will stick that on the centre like so. And some dimensionals on this. Then we'll just pop this one in the middle. And so it's just it's just a very simple card, as in with its design styles, but you spent a lot of time just making the whole thing look pretty. And I quite like that. I think that setting that back inside just then makes it part of the actual card rather than just being sat on side. Or I would have said gone to lay it down flat and then pop your sentiment up on a dimensional if you didn't want to do that inlaying sentiment. The Stitch So Sweetly dies work really well with this because they don't give you a lip as well. You know, you may have noticed on some of the dies we've got, you get a border and it embosses a line around the outside of it. These Stitch So Sweetly dies, I keep saying the wrong one. Stitch So Sweetly. Because these are edge to edge, and they are edge to edge on all of them as well, which is really, really nice. So even these ones here, you're not going to get that embossing side of things, okay? It's just you're going to get a nice, clean piece. So that's good. So there we have it. Okay, so that's card number 1 done. I'm going to move on to card number 2. Now, card number 2 is really simple because we're going to be using that offcut which we've got on there. So I'm going to grab that offcut once again, which is this one right here. I'm going to grab my trimmer. So I'm going to decide, do I want to use this side or this side here? I think I will use that one right here. All decisions. So I'm going to take this down to 1 3/4 of an inch, which is 4.5 centimeters. I'm going to take it the other side there, and we're just going to take that off, and we're just going to create ourselves a little strip like this. Alright, and we've still got another strip here which is left over. Remember, I started with something which was a lot bigger than I needed, so I had something to hold on to. But I learned from my first one that I needed to be a little bit more controlled with where I was placing my fingers, so I was a lot more controlled on the second time I did it, so it wasn't as dirty as I need to. So that's that. This here is, at the moment, is too big that side, so I just now need to cut this down to the size of the card as well. So which is, I've gone to say it's 4.5 in width. And I'm going to take this down to 14.6, which is the size of the card, which is 5 3/4 of an inch. I'm just going to take a sliver off. That's all I need to do, just a sliver. That then is going to then be able to fit onto this right here. Alright, pop some dimensionals on the back of this, stamp a sentiment, and we are done. Jay? Alright. And we are done.
You're done?
Pretty much, yeah. Just bringing him, he's cooking his dinner, you see, so. And then we just pop this one over there. Maybe I've gone quicker tonight because I'm melting and I want to get the air conditioning back on as quickly as possible. I don't think I want to do a face-to-face after this.
Ooh, enjoy your vacation, Judy.
Oh, Judy, where are you off to? We're fixing to go get ice cream. I'll catch the replay. Well, have a nice time, Judy. Have an ice cream for us as well, please. There we go. And we will just stick that down as a panel like that. Alright. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the sentiment here. So I'm going to use the same one, thank you kindly. And stamp that down the bottom like that. And there we have it. And then you've got yourself a strip, so if you wanted to, yeah, let's decorate the inside, shall we? So I'm going to take this down to 14.6 again, so remember that little sliver needs to come off of this. Alright, and I'm going to cut this in half again, because then I can then use these. So this is a 2 centimeter strip now, so I can then use this strip in both cards. So just line it up, and there we go. All right, take those, grab a bit of glue. And then just do it like that, just to decorate the inside of this card up a little bit. So we may as well use those strips which we've done. Just adds a little bit of something to it on the inside, and I'll do the same on this one as well. So what goodies have you got to show people tonight, Jay?
Nothing.
Nothing. There we have it. So, stay tuned because we're going to pick a winner in a moment, and the winner is going to win the first card, which was this one right here. All right, and then come back, and then you'll get the second one there. So there are my 2 cards for you, using the lovely Celebration Delicate Dahlia. I don't know what's correct. Dahlia. I think Dahlia, isn't it? Stamp set. All right, and free of charge during Celebration. I'm sure if you like the pastels, if you need a silicone sheet, if you need to take your pick tool, if you need some cardstock, you need another stamp set to go with it, you're soon going to be able to earn this stamp set free of charge easily. Okay, so good. There we have it. 1 and 2. So Jay has got some stuff in his hand, so maybe he is going to be showing you some stuff. Or we got some sneak peeks. Peeks.
Yes.
So good. Oh, that was a quick one tonight.
Yeah.
Well, quick compared to everyone else's anyway. All of our other ones.
Yeah.
So good. I'm going to start getting those names ready. Jay's going to give you a sneak peek of something, and then we're going to pick a winner to win this card right here.
Yes. So this is a sneak peek. The top one isn't, because you've seen that. That was my prototype last week. But these 3 are going to be our Quiet Meadow online class projects. So some splattering and ink blending in a fun fold there. I don't know what it's called. This one is for the Global Creative Project using the gorgeous leaves. So that's going to be the tutorial bundle stamp set that we'll be using, and that is my project. I did the video this morning, and the tutorial bundle is getting finalized, and that will be ready for next month as well. So yes, so join us for the Quiet Meadow class on the 27th of July. The worldwide option is still open. I don't want to show it all.
No, it's going to be a proper sneak. He's in a real sneak then.
Because some of our attendees like the surprise.
Yes.
So, but I want to kind of like just entice you to join us and craft with us.
So, is there any last minute names you can see there, Jay? I think that was.
No,
I think Cheryl was the last name we popped down, wasn't it? So good. So we have got everyone's names in here. So anyone got any questions at all? Because we have finished a little bit earlier tonight. So anyone got any questions? So. But what we're going to do is we're going to pick a winner. So I'm going to grab that and bring that one over right now.
Cool. So fingers crossed, everyone.
So good luck. Who's it going to be?
Diane Nieto, I think.
Yes. Diane, please message us. Details popping up along the screen right now as well. So Barry and Jay at MitosuCrafts.com with your address details and that you're happy to win, and we will send this to you. We do send worldwide. So yes. So if you'd like the card, then please send us a message. That card is yours. Well done.
Cool. Well done. So yes. So come back and pop in another comment in the section below to be put into the random draw on our next live stream on Sunday to win this card.
Yes.
This card. Amazing. So you'll have the panel version. It's really nice. And I like the dusted look.
You like the dirty look.
Trust you to describe it dirty. Very technical.
Dirty. No, when I was doing it, I didn't like the dirt. I was considered it's looking too dirty, but then it pulls itself together. So you do need to, again, I say it again, you do need to persevere with these type of techniques and see it through to the end because it pulls itself together.
Yeah, I think it will look amazing on black card as well.
I tried it on black, but I didn't get on with black.
Did you not?
No, I didn't, but I don't know whether or not, because I was going to do black, but it didn't work.
Oh, because it's powdery. I think,
it didn't work as well as I was hoping it was going to be.
Yeah.
Jay will be able to do something with that, I'm sure, but I didn't like it.
Time. Anyway.
So good. Excellent. Well done. So we'll be back with you again on Sunday. I always forget what day it is. Sunday, same time, same place. Don't know what we'll be playing with. Something new, maybe.
Don't know.
We'll decide about 10 minutes before we go live. as always. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching us, and we will see you again very soon.
Take
All right.
care.
Take care. Bye bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.